Assalamualaikum and greetings to all. I am Jawati binti Johari from the National Defence University of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, located in Malaysia. And I'm here to share with you my short research entitled COVID-19 Outbreak, a critical reflection on teaching. And this is actually my story about what happened during the outbreak where I have to teach online fully. And this is my first experience teaching online fully. So let's begin our presentation. First, let's have a look at the outline of my presentation. We are going to look a little bit at the introduction, and then we are going to venture into selected literature, followed by methodology, findings and discussions, and last but not least, the conclusion of my paper. So let's begin by looking at the introduction. As I have said earlier, that this is my first time teaching fully online, and this is my journey, my reflection of what happened during the COVID-19 outbreak. So in Malaysia, when the government started to enforce the movement control order in order to stop the spread of the COVID-19, it was the 5th week of the semester for my university. So starting week 6, the students and myself, we have to go online for teaching and learning. And there are 2 research questions for this particular research. The first one, what are the platforms, the tools and applications that I have used for my online teaching? And secondly, what are the challenges that I have faced during this trying time? As I said, first time teaching fully online, so of course there will be challenges. Next, we are going to look at the literature. Now, in completing this research, I read a lot of literature on the platforms that are suitable for online teaching. And then, of course, I have to search for suitable tools for online teaching. And based on the scenario of myself, the situation that my students are in, so I have decided to use WhatsApp for online learning and teaching. And then I also use Loom to screen record or to do my video presentation. And then I also use Toonly. It is an animation to create video. And then I also use Kahoot, for example, for quizzes. I also use Google Forms, etc., etc. And all this, the advantages and disadvantages of using all these platforms, all these tools, and of course, all these applications. It actually depends on your situation, the course that you are teaching, because I believe that no one single platform, no one single tool, no one single strategy is perfect. So basically we have to mix and match. So that's my idea on the platforms, the tools and the applications that I have used. And in terms of the methodology, I have actually employed 2. The first one is a qualitative approach, which is a critical reflection, a method of inquiry for what is happening, a situation, for example. And since I'm basing this research on my personal observations as well as experience, so that's why I chose critical reflection. And then to support whatever that I have collected or observed or experienced during this period, I actually gave 3 questions to my students. I only have 1 course that I'm teaching for the semester, and there are 42 students. So For all students, I gave 3 questions, and then they gave their answers, their opinions of whatever that is happening around them. And let's have a look at the findings and discussions. Now, I'm going to answer this according to the research questions posed earlier. So the first one, what are the platforms, the tools, or the applications that I have used? And because the students answered that they have issues with the internet connection and low data subscription that they have, so I opted for WhatsApp. Now, for the course that I'm teaching, the physical sessions would be 4 hours weekly. So I use the same day and hours to teach online. So basically we have 2 hours on Monday and 2 hours on Tuesday. So on Mondays, I will use WhatsApp. Now, as I said earlier, during week 6 of the semester, we started the online teaching and learning. So up until this week, plus the holidays and etc. etc. So we are already in we have actually undergone 9 weeks of online teaching and learning altogether, 9 weeks. So every Monday I will use WhatsApp. So this is where I share a short video under 1 minute, and I use Toonly, and then I reduce the size using Clipchamp software, and I share with the students. And then I also use images, 1 image at a time, for the students to look at. And then when I want them to respond, instead of typing their answers, I ask them to use voice note. And sometimes I also use voice note for instructions. So in this way, the students will have to be active by actually engaging during the process of learning online using WhatsApp. And I also use Loom in order to do a pre-recorded sessions of whatever that I want to share. Especially, I have this what I call how-to series. So in this how-to series, I will just record about 3 minutes to 4 minutes video on how to do something, for example. Now, especially for this particular course that I'm teaching, there's a report that the students have to submit. So I will share, for example, how to write an effective literature review, and then I will share with them. And the students will have to view that, and if there are questions, then they can ask using WhatsApp, or they can, use our portal learning management system. And then I use Kahoot for quizzes, and I use Google Forms also for quizzes. Microsoft Teams is also used for video conferencing, and this is when I use my to actually show or demonstrate the writing of the student, the task. So for example, if there are mistakes, so I will show everybody that this is not supposed to be like this, etc., etc. So I will use Microsoft Teams application. And then we have a learning management system, which is an open software or courseware or platform, open source. It's called Moodle. And this learning management system is actually the main source for all online materials. So I have uploaded videos, reading materials, graph charts, and then we have also forums, online forums, and chatting room or chat rooms in our learning management system. So basically, these are the platforms and tools and applications that I have used for the past 9 weeks of online teaching. Next, we are going to look at The second research question, which is what are the challenges that I face as a first timer? Now, I have found three imperative challenges. The first one, I quickly realized that the number of minutes or hours spent online are much reduced. Now, if let's say on Monday we are supposed to have 2 hours and on Tuesday we are supposed to have another 2 hours, but I found that the students are only able to focus and concentrate maybe for about 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 20 minutes. So I guess the reason why the students lack motivation to study or to learn online. So which is quite bad. And then secondly, I realized that students learn mostly asynchronously. That means during the live session itself, the students were not there. And then after a while, the student will pick up. And because when I monitor the WhatsApp log, I realized that as the day comes to an end, the number of viewers has increased. So I realized this quickly in, I think, the second or third week of the online session. And I guess the biggest challenge for me is to select and curate online teaching and learning materials. Now, I'm a very active user of flipped classroom strategies. And when I have flipped classroom to help me, then I have the physical sessions to help the students understand better. So before coming to the classroom sessions, the student will go through the learning materials online. And then when they come to the classroom, no lectures are conducted. So we just go straight to activities. And I quickly realized that with fully online teaching, I must select and curate the best standalone materials so that if, let's say, the students do not attend my session, they will be able still to understand the lessons of the week. And I think this is not an easy task. It's quite challenging, it's very taxing, and it's very, I would say, challenging. I think I need to do a lot of reading in order to ensure that the students can benefit from the materials that I'm about to share. And to conclude, panic-goji. Am I one of the educators who have actually undergone this panic-goji? Panic-goji is a state where one is thinking how to teach with the most appropriate materials and tools hastily. So maybe it's not effective. We just pick and choose and put online. So I'm not sure whether I'm the only one who's actually experiencing panic-goji 9 weeks ago, or other educators around the world are also experiencing panic-goji. But to conclude, the differences in conducting fully online teaching are several, because the materials that we use, the delivery methods and online presence are crucial in ensuring that the students are not at a loss. And immediate research must be done in order to examine the platforms and tools used during the movement control order. And of course, we have to check the readiness of other educators as well, who may have experienced panic-goji, as I said. And last but not least, I believe that all educators, including myself, must be creative. We must learn, relearn, and unlearn in order for us to be successful at our online teaching. And if there are any questions that anybody would like to ask, please feel free to email me at wati@upnm.edu.my. Thank you very much for listening and see you again soon. Bye-bye.